This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, hello all. Welcome to the next session on SAP ABAP ALE Idocs. And so, in the last few classes, we have discussed about the ALE Idocs. So, ALE stands for Application Linking and Enabling, and Idoc is an intermediate document. ALE Idoc is one of the interfacing concept. With this, we can transfer the data from SAP to the non-SAP, non-SAP to the SAP. And so IDOC is a data carrier, it's in a data container, and it holds the data. It holds the data. And IDOC consists of control record, data record, and status record. The control record contains the communication details. The data record contains the actual data. The status record contains the status of an IDOC. So the control record stores in the EDI DC table. The data record stores in the EDI D4 table, and the status record contains in the EDI DS table. And so if you want to build an IDOC, we need to have a message type. Message type is a unique identity for the business application. And we have different kind of message types. We have to create a message type. The transaction code is the WE81. And we need to have an IDOC type, which is a reference to the, let's just imagine with your internal table. Internal table holds the data. But if you want to create an internal table, you need to have a reference type, whether it is in a table or a structure or a types. The same way here also IDOC contains the data and which requires a reference type. The reference type is here is an IDOC type. So IDOC type is in a group of segments, and segments are group of fields. And the segments can be created in the WE31, and the IDOC type we are going to create in the WE30. And we have seen there are some communication details, port and partner profile and process code. Port is the target area or place to place the IDOC data, and the transaction code is WE21. And partner profile, it is used to maintain the partner information, and also the what type of data you are sending, whether it's in a material master or customer master or vendor master. And also the partner profile, using partner profile we can process the data to the IDOC, or we can read the data from IDOC by using process code. The process code contains the function module which is used to which contains the actual source code, and so the data will be processed to the IDOC, or the data can be read from the IDOC and that can be posted to the application by using function module. There are two types of process code. One is outbound function module, and then another one is inbound function module. So sorry, inbound process code. And the W41 is the outbound process code. The W42 is an inbound process code. So if you want to find out any process codes, you need to go to these transactions. And so these are all the steps and to generate an IDOC. And also there is a distribution model, and the distribution model contains the actual message type and also the systems. So what is the sending system, what is the receiving system, so what is the source system, what is the target system, that kind of things we are going to maintain in a distribution model. So the transaction code is BD64. So this is an BD64, guys. And whenever you generate an IDOC, it creates two types of IDOCs. One is master IDOC and then another one is the communication IDOC. And after you generate an IDOC, so how to generate the IDOCs? There are three techniques. One is the standard program, second one is the change pointers, third one is the message control. So we have seen the standard programs for the material master as well as the vendor master. And also we have seen the change pointers for the changed data. So if you want to build a change pointers, you need to activate the change pointers in the BD61 transaction, then activate the message type. For which message type you need to activate a change pointers. So BD50 is the transaction. And also in that, suppose if you take material master, there are 300 fields, but I don't want the change pointer for all 300 fields. So activate the change pointers only the particular fields. Then we go to the BD52, we are going to maintain the fields which are required for the change pointers concept. And to trigger the IDOC for the change pointers, the program is RBDM IDOC, or the transaction code is the BD21. But actual the concept behind the change pointers is the change document. Okay, so all the change document will be stored in the SCDO transaction code, and the changes will be stored in the log. The change history of a transactions will be every transaction. There will be a change tracking. Okay, for every field there is a change tracking, guys. So if you do some changes, what is the old value, what is the new value? So that can be stored in the CDHDR and CDPOS tables. And it will look in these tables, the RBDM IDOC, and whenever there is any changes, it picks up that record and it is going to send that record to the target system. And also whenever you generate an IDOC, so you need to check the status of an IDOC. The transaction code is the WE02. There are list of possible status codes we have. So 0 to 42 from outbound side and 50 to 75 in the inbound side, where you can see that. So WE47 is the transaction code for the list of possible errors. So can you list out some of the possible errors? So 01 is an not errors, statuses. 01 is IDOC generated, 02 is an error in generating the IDOC, 03 is the successfully, the outbound side successfully, the IDOC is passed to the port, that means target application. And 29 error in ALE service, 30 ready for dispatch. So if it is in a 30, what kind of concept it is? It's in a push mechanism. What is push mechanism? In the partner profile, there are two types of options. One is trigger IDOC immediately. The second one is the collect IDOCs. When you press radio button collect IDOCs, that means it's in a push mechanism. So whenever it is in a push mechanism, the status code is the 30. So if it is in a 30, you need to push by using program called RSE out 00. And whenever you push it, that status comes to the 03. In the same way, inbound side also we have a pull mechanism. So inbound side, what are the possible status codes we have? 51. So the application document not posted. So error in the application document posting, that is in a 51. And 53 is successfully posted to the application. That means the data is stored in the database tables. And 65 error in ALE series, and also ALE functional configuration errors. And 64 is ready for transfer to the application. And if that is in a pull mechanism, 64 is the status code. And when you inbound profile, partner profile, if you select triggered by background program, that means it's in a pull mechanism. And you need to use the program to pull it, the IDOC. The program is RBDAPP01. So that's what the recap of the ALE IDOCs which we have seen, guys. So now my requirement is, so I have a material master application. I have some custom fields in the material master application. Let's take an example of 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's go to the SE11, and it's an Mara display. And maybe you see some of the custom fields. Okay, let's take an example of taste and flavor, guys. These are the custom fields which are there in the Mara table. See, so how can you enhance the standard tables? By using the append structure. And if you see the append structure, this is GCI. That means it's in a custom fields. And there is in a Mara. So there is in a food product. The food product contains the what is the taste and what is the flavor. So this is the one of the example. Suppose if I want to transfer even the custom fields, how can you do that? We are sending only the standard fields, but how can you transfer the custom fields? Okay, so that's the concept. So here we are enhancing the standard tables the same way. So for the material master, what is the IDOC type? Where you can see the IDOC types. WE31, sorry, 31 is segments 30. Okay, so if I go to the WE30, and so MAS05, and so go and display and expand these segments. These are the segments, guys. IDOC type contains the group of segments, and each segment will have the related information. And let's take an example of take this segment, additional fields. This is go to this segment. first parent segment. No guys, I will keep this concept. I will park it this concept. Now we will go with the new slide. So total custom table guys. Let's take an example of yesterday we have built in the module pool programs two database tables. One is the employee, another one is the uh, um, company details. Okay, so those two tables are custom tables entirely. So let's take an example of, so I have an EDG employee, and the data, if you see over here, there are some data which is there over here guys. This is my data, and if I go to the target client, so 810 user is ID admin, then password is IDES. Okay, go to here and that SE11 and GEDG employee display, and display the data, and display the data. So no entries found guys. Why? Yeah, perfect. It's a client dependent table. So this is a client dependent table. So I enter the data here. The data will be stored in the 800, but the data will not be stored in the 810. Suppose if I want to transfer this custom data, total custom fields and custom data. So how can you transfer this data to the target application? So I do not have, since it is in a custom application, SAP doesn't give all the any standard objects. So we have to build from the scratch. So this case, we will go for a custom Idoc guys. So maybe I go for a custom Idoc now. So what exactly the custom Idoc? So total custom Idoc. Okay. So if it is in a custom Idoc, first what we need to do, definitely we need to have a one message type, right? And we need to have an Idoc type, and Idoc type means definitely we need to build in a segments, right? And also link message type to Idoc type. This is also required. And also the next technical object is we need to have a process code. Process code, what we are going to assign? We are going to assign the function modules. Okay, so maybe this is one way, but in process code we have two process codes guys. One is outbound and another one is the inbound process code. So guys, so inbound, but inbound process code is must guys. Outbound, whether you build or not, that's not a problem, but inbound side definitely you should be having a process code. So inbound process code, the transaction code is WE42, and we need to build inbound function module. Okay, so if you want to build inbound function model, and the function module should be maintained in BD51 guys. The you must maintain this function module in the BD51, otherwise so you cannot assign the function module to the process code. And also we need to assign the message type and Idoc type to the function module. So this is also required. So this will be done in the WE57 transaction code. WE57 transaction code, guys. So this is the things which we need to develop, guys. So the steps are same. So the outbound Idoc steps are both the same, but the what you need to do build is you have to build additionally these things. So first we'll go and create a message type first. Okay, I'll go to the 800. So to create a message type WE81 and change. Okay, we are building total custom new entries. It's a Z message type employee. Uh, okay, uh, EDG 9 employee. So this is my message type, guys. So employee manage employee and company details. So save it. So this is a workbench request. Go to the here and transport for the interfaces. Where is that? Uh, Transport for the interfaces. Okay. So I maintained a message type. Okay. So maintain the message type. This is done, the transaction, and WE81 guys. Next, you need to build an Idoc type. But if you want to build an Idoc type, you need to build an segments first. First segments and go to the segments. So WE31 and segments. So guys, always I start Z. So always guys, if you see the standard segments like this, okay. So but our segment we start with the ZE1. So we'll start Z and E1 and database table. What is the database table and which we need to develop guys? This is my table. So maybe so this is my database table guys. So create the segment. Okay, here create and more than 7 characters. Okay, uh, okay, it's accepting, that's not a problem. Short description and employee segment and give the field names. What are the field names which we have? And same you need to give it guys, and control Y and copy this, copy and control Y, control C and paste it. Okay, enter. That's it guys. So data element you need to give and the field names which we need to give it and save. And person responsible is SAP user and GEDZ 9 and 8. Okay, sorry, and transport for the interfaces. Okay, this is done. One segment is done, but once you create the segments, you must release the segment guys. See, that's a release option. So you will be seeing the versions, right? So here whenever you release it, that means it's in a version. So save, there is no activation, come back and there is a segment edit. See guys, there is a set release option. So whenever you release it, you get a release the version you are going to get over here. So use set release and you can see the release version. Above version is 7.40, you are getting in a 7.40 guys. So that's an a releasing the version. This is my one segment guys. So I am building in a I built in a segment. So my segment is uh, this is the one, and message type also we have built something. Okay, that's I forgot what is the FDE81 and position. Okay, Z will come in the last. Where is that? Yeah. So this is the um, message type. This is the segments. It's not IDOC type. This is a one segment, and this is for the employee. And maybe I will group the same kind of data, even the company details also, because employee company data we have in a table. So we'll go back and we have in a company table. Okay, this is my company details table, and so build this segment. So each table I'm going to create each segment. Okay, so come back and WE 31 and one more segment, and this is the segment. The next segment is this one. Okay, company, and create this. Okay, this is the next segment for the company details. The next segment for the company details. So it's in a company details segment and fields, and copy the fields and control Y, control C, and take the data elements, control Y, Control C. That's it. And save the segment save and okay, and come back. Once you come back, you can see the edit set release. See it, the release version is done, guys. Now I have created in a group of two segments, which example we have taken. So maybe later we'll add the that application completed, we will add the tracking timesheet details, but we do not have the data for the timesheet. And so now I am going to create a name Idoc type now. So WE30, create the Idoc type next. So next our Idoc type is okay. G. What is the same like message type I create, guys? This is my message type. Okay, I follow the standard naming conventions. So ZEDG this, maybe this is my first version. I can put in a 0 1 as an IDOC type, and you have to select the basic type and click on OK and OK, and the description it's an employee and company IDOC type. Okay, and OK, and this is my IDOC type. And if you want to insert the segment to the IDOC type, place the cursor, and here you can create in a segment. So create segment. What is the segment type which you need to use? The first segment type is okay. So this is the first segment type. So take Control C and Control V. And is this in a mandatory segment? That means, so there will be a two types of segments. One is mandatory, second one is the optional. Suppose if you make this as a mandatory segment, so definitely what are the fields data which we have, that data should be filled, guys. Otherwise it will throw an error. So that's a mandatory segment. So let's take an example of I have a sales data. In the sales data, you must be having a header data, you must be having an item data. Okay, so the other details, the let's take an example of partner information. If you have that is also important. The three details are important. So the three fields I can enable in a mandatory segments. The other tables I can enable as an optional segments. So here also it should be having an employee details. That's why it's in a mandatory segment, guys. So you can provide in a one maximum segments. How many segments you can generate? So this is used for the item details, guys. So let's take an example of whenever you generate an IDOC. Suppose one employee master data, but whenever it goes to the timesheet, maybe one employee can have an a 100,000 entries, timesheet entries, right? Suppose if you want to send the timesheet data, so how many segments you can generate? So that kind of some in the standard SAP they give like 99, guys, but we are doing a custom. I can provide like this 9,999 segments. You can generate it. Okay, it doesn't give any future problems. So you can select 99999. So these many segments I can generate it. So that's my one segment is created. Then select this. Suppose if you want to have an a, this is my parent. Under this, if you want to create in a segment, you need to place the cursor, you need to create the segment. Suppose if it should be having the same level and the IDOC type, this is one segment, this is the parent, this is one child. If you want to create one more child, place the cursor here and create the segment, guys. Okay, create the segment. Suppose if you want to have the segment under this segment, and you need to place the cursor here and you need to create a segment. So the structure you need to look it out, guys. So the second segment is, this is my second segment, and maybe employee, um, this is also should be a mandatory, and one, and I can maintain 999 and okay and okay. So how can I change the order? Hmm, save the IDOC type, and actually this should be in a first, guys. So is there any option to change? Huh? What is that? Okay, Okay, we can cut it, but if I paste here, it will create under this segment actually. Okay, let's take an example of, I will do the cut. Suppose if I do here and if I do paste here, suppose select uh, insert add segment type as child, add segment type at same level, not child at a same level. Yeah, perfect. So it comes as a second, guys. Save it. And actually, whenever I place this, okay, uh, guys. So if you suppose I will take out this, I will delete this case first. Okay, I will delete this. Uh, Collapse, delete is not there. Okay, maybe I can cut it. So let's take an example of here. I place the cursor, I go and create the segment. So it will ask here, guys. So this is the thing which you need to do. Otherwise, it will be a problem. So here you can select add segment at the same level. Then it goes to the next, guys. Okay, you can select. See, it comes here. No need to do cut and like this. Whenever you create, place the cursor here, and it will ask the pop-up. Do you want as a child or do you want to at same level? Okay, save it. So that's it, guys. So we did we added the segments. See our definition idoc type, and which is in a group of segment. Each segment will have a group of fields. So that's a practical. Then you need to go back, and so you need to go to the edit and set release, guys. Set release. See, so release the basic types or extensions cannot be changed after being released. Once you release, you cannot change it. You need to create one more idoc type. That's why they are creating the question to the Niranjan. Why 01, 02, 03, right? So once you release the idoc type, later if you want to add one more segment, you cannot change it. You need to create in a new idoc type, guys. That's why they will create for each version. They will have 01, 02, 03, matmath 01, matmath 02, matmath 03. Why? Because this is the problem. So basic types or extensions cannot be changed after being released. Okay, I'm releasing it. We'll see that after we add the timesheet details. So the idoc type is released. So this is my idoc type. This is my idoc type. This is my idoc type, guys. So idoc type, this contains the segments, two segments. This contains the particular fields. Next step is I need to link the message type to the idoc type. So we'll go to the transaction. What is the transaction? EWU82, guys. So if you do like this practically, you can easily remember the transaction code, guys. N number of transaction, that's not a problem. Okay, and change it and okay, and go with the new entries. See message type. So that's why I have noted down here. So take this and put it here. Basic type. Take this, put it here. So we do not have any extension and release. What is the release? 7.40, 740. Enter. That's it, guys. And save the details. And this is the idoc type. So I have linked the message type to the idoc type. So that's it. Good. And now we'll go to the back save. And so this step is done. So we did in a message type, we did in a idoc type, and we did in a linking the message type to the idoc type, guys. And then so now we can perform in a configurations. If you have any outbound side, we can do the configurations now, guys. So maybe I will go to the outbound partner profile WE20 and go to the LS, and you don't, I hope nobody did changes. And so I'm going to add, see the setup is same, communication is same, source is same, target is same, but what kind of data you need to send it. So that's we are going to add in the partner profile. And the material message type is this is my message type, right? And what is the receiver port? Port is same, and transfer idoc immediately. Don't select collect idocs now. And basic type is this. Basic type is this. Okay, that's it. And save the outbound partner profile. and packet size. You can put 100 idocs or 1000 idocs, save, and come back. And also, but the next step is I need to maintain this in the distribution model, and go to the distribution model BD 64 and go to the here GEDZ new change, add message type. Sender is 800, receiver is 810, and message type is this is the message. This is the message type. This is the yeah 810 810. Okay, and reverse also add it and add message type, and sender is 810, reverse 800, and do this. So that's it. The distribute will wait case. We can, yes, we can distribute it. That's not any problem, because whenever you create any development object, it's always in a client independent case. So you created a message type, the message type will be available in the 810 as well. The development objects always in a client independent, except the scripts and um, script is in a client dependent object. That means if you create an a script in one client, that script will be available in the same client, except that everything will be everything is in a client independent options. So that means I can do in a distribution. That's not any problem. Edit and model view and distribute, and okay, and see model view has been distributed. That means this whatever the message type which we added, that will be added in the target system as well. So this is done, and now my outbound side, uh, it is done, and the inbound side, actually if it is in a transactional data, we maintain a the outbound process code is important, guys. But if it is in a uh, master data, no need to have any um, no need to have any outbound process code. But inbound side, you must have an inbound process code, guys. So inbound process code is must. So if you want to build an inbound process code, and we are going to do inbound side also, we do the some of the operations. So I will go to the 810. So first you need to maintain the partner profile. But if you want to maintain the partner profile, you need to have a process code. Inbound side process code is must. But if you want to build in a process code, you must define a function module, guys. So first you need to create a function module. So here in this case, actually 810 is not eligible to do the developments, guys. See, I'll go to the SE37. Can I do the developments? Go to the function group, create group. Yes, we can create the group. Okay, so maybe function group is G Idoc employee Idoc function group, and short text employee inbound Idoc function group. Okay, function models are very important, guys. Everywhere you see the function models only. And so instead of this, so better always I copy the existing function models, guys. Let's take idoc underscore input underscore take something. Okay, matmas mat mas matmas 01. So this is the existing function model. So what is the function group? Take the function group, because the interfacing parameters, see, these interfacing parameters must be same for all kind of idoc inbound um, function models. So you should not create your own interfacing parameters, guys. This kind of things uh, you must do the same interfacing parameters. If I want to get same interfacing parameters, maybe I will take the first the function group. The function group is MV02, guys. So maybe I will go to the MV02. From where you can copy the function group, guys. Perfect. So here also, is it possible? No. display function group. Okay, so maybe we'll do the display MV02 and go to the master program and go to the object list SCIT. This is nothing but I'm going to the SCIT only. You can copy the function group. See, this is my function group. I can copy the function group from here. So copy and okay. So this is our IDOC, okay, IDOC employee function group, guys, and copy. See, it is asking for the access key. So we do not have any access key in the 810. So no problem. So all the development objects are in a client independent. That means if I create in 800 also, that function module will be available in the 810 as well, guys. That's why I use. So actually in that real time, guys, we create this in the inbound system only. Let's take an example of I have two systems, SAP system, MDG system, or SAP system, BW system. But the inbound things you need to perform in the inbound system only. Suppose if it's an MDG system or BW system, you need to create this inbound function model in the real system, inbound system only. But here our case is same system. That's why I'm creating the outbound side, guys. So don't confuse here. Okay. So SE37, you have to think that. So we are doing this in the inbound system, SE80 function group. What is that here? MB02. Okay. Copy. Okay. Save. So this takes longer time, custom IDOC. So we are building everything right. So it will take little time. But you will understand total flow, guys, in this. So everything you are building it. So every step. So from the scratch you are doing it. So this you can say in resume, you have built an IDOCs from the scratch. Okay. So only thing is the data, guys. So the segments, just we have taken the normal employee and company. But in the real time, you are going to see the real more segments. So that's it, that difference. So so you can tell one IDOC type for the order processing, that's in the resume. It is copying the function group. I think yeah, a lot of function. So how can you debug the IDOCs? What is there? So how can you debug the IDOC? 19 only, but how? Shortcut? I don't want shortcut answer. Full answer. Give me. Huh? Go to inbound function model. Perfect. Perfect. So how can you find out the function model? 44. 42. And process code. Click on the process code. It will give the function model. So take that function model. Normally the convention is IDOC underscore input underscore the IDOC type. Normally we will be having. What will happen? Suppose I reprocess the IDOC from W99. So what is the behavior? It creates a new IDOC. Okay, so if you want to avoid that, BD87, BD87. Okay, that's second thing. So I have a status code 03, but the problem is even though it is in a 03, but the IDOC is not transferred to the target system. Why? Yeah, so there will be a problem with the communication. There might be a problem with the communication details. Might be the user ID is locked, might be the system is hanged, the target system, might be the password is expired, guys. So this is the might be these kind of reasons, and we have other reasons as well. I will explain in the next filtering concept. So what here? This it is taking a lot of time. The step is done. See, idoc underscore input underscore matmas 01. So they didn't change the function model. 05 is also there. No, we have only matmas. Only the 01 is available. So you can see the code inside the code. So what actually they build, I can refer the code, guys. So maybe see, they have defined internal tables. Okay, maybe I go to the just I am referring the code what the standard SAP is doing parallelly, and so come here. See, guys, the control record. Okay, they are checking the control record whether it is in a matmas 05 or matmas 03 or what is the idoc type which is coming in. See, they are checking matmas 05 or this. So they are checking whether the information is coming matmas 01 or 02, 03 or 05. If this is not any other than this idoc type, they are raising an error message. And also they are checking and get the data key length material. So they are doing some logic and describe field. What? Okay, I got a new statement. Even we can calculate the length of the field, guys. I think. See, describe field. They have given a field length. So we can get the length, guys. So what is the length of that field? Okay. Okay. This is the new statement, standard SAP. We'll do what exactly this, huh? F1, what it is. Describe field. F1 is very good option, guys. Okay, you can learn a lot of things by using F1. Always don't go directly to the Google. Okay, F1 provides a lot of information. Okay, so if you want to learn system properly, okay, so the function, we'll see that later. Function group is created. So maybe I don't want all the other only I am going to copy matmas 01 and copy, guys, and copy this to the Z. Definitely custom function model, you need to put Z instead of matmas 01. We put our idoc type. So maybe we followed some naming conventions. So this is our idoc type, guys. So maybe the naming length, I don't think we are going to get that much length. Okay, I will do like this. Employee, it's in a 01, like this I'm going to put it, guys. Okay, so copy, because I will not be having that much length. So copy. it is copying the code to this function module. Just I am taking the template, guys, to get the interfacing parameters. The inside the code which is not useful. Why? Because we are doing an employee things, but that is a material things. The code which is there, we have to remove all the code, guys. So it's not at all useful. So this is must. Today a little slow. System is a little slow. So parallelly, I'll come here. Describe a field. Okay. So guys, parallelly, I build this describe field, guys. So because it's little interesting for me. Okay. So go to the SE38. Okay. So what is this? G describe field. Create the program, executable program, test program I'm developing for the demo for describe field. It's an executable program, save and save and okay. So maybe I don't maintain any length. I will take in a string variable data type. We'll see how it will work, guys. See, the system is slow. Simple program, it's taking a lot of time. So anyone is doing algorithms? Vinita? So how you are writing your exams? Data, it's a GV underscore some name, and which is a type of string. Okay, and describe field GV under sorry, I need to pass the data GV underscore name, and which is equal to the okay our favorite hero Veera Venkata Sacha Narayana Raju Jagarla Pudi. So this is the name, guys. Okay, I don't know. I need to find out what is the length of this total characteristics. Okay, so describe field gv underscore name and do the control space and length, and length is I can do the inline declarations dv data and gv underscore length. These are inline declarations, guys, in character mode, not in the bytes. So it's in a binary data, we have to use binary mode. If it is in a character data, we have to use in a character mode and write the data, write gv underscore len. So we'll see, guys. So save and pretty printer and do the syntax check and see, guys. This should be in a character type field. You should not use in a string, guys. Maybe I will use this type as an a char 255. Char 255. I think it is there. Do the syntax check. Okay. Okay. You can define one more way. Type C, but you need to give the length here 250. By both ways we can do it, guys. Maybe I can put on a debugger and execute and F5 and I don't know if I want to calculate 1 2 3 like this, right? But programmatically we need to do so gv underscore length. See, guys. Okay, it's not calculating the data object value, guys. It's calculating the this length, guys. So it's not the data object value. So it's calculating the field technical length, guys. So which is not useful for me most of the times. So sometimes I can use it, but I need to calculate this length, guys. This length, how can you calculate? Huh? Not describe. String operations. How can you calculate this length? Huh? String operations. String operations. You are missing ABCDs. Okay. I perfect. String length. STRLEN, guys. So that's the option. Actually, I forgot. Even I also forgot, guys. See. So this is not this, and gv underscore length. So we can do the inline declarations like this data gv underscore length. No need to define additionally, which is equal to strlen and which of gv underscore name. So this is what we learned in the basics, I hope. So do the syntax check and strlen is unknown. Is it string length strlen of okay, maybe I need to give the space here, guys. So that's the problem. So do the see, guys. So that's the problem. F8. See, length is 45 characters. Okay, if you want to calculate that length, you need to use a string. That is, if you want to calculate data object length, we have to use a describe field, guys. Describe field for the data, the field length, not the value length. The table, total table. No, no, no. Is asking describe field. Only individual fields we can take it, not the table. Total table length it doesn't give it, guys. Okay, that's it. So maybe I will come over here and activate. Oh, sorry. So I don't want this program. So ours is, so this is my function group. In this function group, we have a function module, guys. In this function module, maybe all this code is not required, but for now I am putting this code. But now I am going to edit. First, you must activate the function group. Activate. Perfect. So good. So it is activated. So the code point of view, later I will add the code, guys. But I can take this function model for my configuration actually. Okay, so maybe now I will go to my inbound side, guys. So inbound side A10, we are in the A10. Go to the A10. So go to the WE42 and go with the change option and maintain the new entries. And process code is G employee company. This is my process code, guys. Employee company process code. Shortcut I have taken ZEMPC and inbound process code for employee and company details. Okay, see guys, here the save it. I save this. It's in a customizing request. Okay, that's not a problem. And identification, guys. So I go to here. So here you need to select. So how you are going to process that this function code. Maybe this process code from here I can trigger the workflow as well, guys, from here. But I am going to use processing by function module. You need to select by using function module. I need to write in a process code. So I am going to click on here. I'm going to use jet. What is the function model which we have created? So this is the function model which we are going to create. So we are going to assign this function model. Enter and see, guys. So go to here and the elite table is not yet maintained. See, so the function model is not maintained, guys. See, come here and if you look at the function model, see the function model custom. So is the custom function model is available here. So is our custom function model is available here. So not all the function modules are eligible to assign here, guys. So if you want to assign the function module in the process code, then you must maintain that function module in the BD51 transaction. So then only that function module is eligible to assign that function module to the process code. So now I will go to the BD51. BD51 or 50, yeah, I forgot. See, it's a characteristics of inbound function model. This is must, guys. So, but I do not have any change option here. See, did you see change option here? No. So how can you maintain then? So I came here, BD. See, tell me, guys, by seeing this message, I'm doing in a BD51. So observe the message. Tell me what we can do it. See, enter. Caution, the table is cross client. That means client dependent or independent? Independent. The table is cross client. That means independent. That means, so if I maintain this entry in 800, even this entry will be available in 810 as well, right? So that means I can maintain this in the 800 as well, guys. So I go to the 800. Again, I go to the transaction code BD51. So, but if it is an individual system, you have to maintain in that only, guys. So go to the, see, you have an option called new entries and maintain the function model. So take this function model and input method. So mass processing 0 and dialog allowed. So activate this and dialog allowed, guys. So save it, save the entry and come back and now you can see that in the here. Maybe I need to refresh this, otherwise you are not going to get that. So go here. Maybe I don't think that will be available. Huh? So we must come back, guys, otherwise it's not at all possible. Okay, back, save GMPC, save. Is it comes now? See, this is the one. G Idoc employee input employee 01. So this is our function model, guys. So then only if you maintain that function model in BD51, then only you can assign to the process code. So otherwise it's not at all possible. Save. application object type is not planned. Where is the object type? Huh? I don't want this. I selected by using function model. I can assign only the function model. That's enough. Why I want the I don't want application object is not planned. Object type is not required, guys. Object type is not required. I will go back and freshly I will come, guys. So go back. Okay. WE42 and our process code is position GEMP. Enter and see, guys. This is my processing by function model. This is and change and go to the GEMPC and see this is my function model and click on here. Okay and okay and maintain that. Why it's asking for the application object type is not required. If it is in a workflow, you need to give an object type, maximum number of repeats and application object is this maintained, not required, I think. No. Hmm. We'll take the example, the other example, WE42. Go to the MATM, MATM material master, and double click. Processing by function model, processing with ALU service, and go here. Okay, they maintain this. But which is Idoc matmas 01, but which is not required, guys. The business object is not required. This is not required. Processing by function module. Okay, we have any already we maintained something, right? See, double click this. It doesn't maintain. I maintained something. We did some custom Idoc. Huh? Which one? Okay, that's okay, but it should not ask, guys. Okay, so maybe application object type is not planned. The application object type is not permissible for the input function model. The allowed application object type must be allocated to the function model. This allocation is made together with the allocation of the function model to the message types. Perfect, guys. So I need to assign this function module to the message type and also Idoc type, guys. So if you want to assign this first, okay, that step you need to do it, guys, first. So assign, I mentioned in the step, but I forgot to do that. See, assign the message type and Idoc type to the function model. This step is I didn't do. So W57, which we need to do it. So even W57 also is in a uh, I think it's in a client independent, not it's not client independent, guys. So we must do in the target system only. 810. So WE57. Yes. So see, and okay, and okay. Customizing not allowed. Hmm? Cross client type. Is it WE57? Where is change? Okay, this is an cross client. That's not a problem. So we have to go to the, we can maintain in the 800 as well. So WE57. After we change it, it is coming as a cross client. Okay, new entries and function model. So what is the function model? So this is the function model, and this is the function model, and function type. It's a F function model and basic type. So the basic type is Idoc type. So this is the Idoc type. Okay, these steps, guys, whenever you do any from the scratch, they ask all these steps. Okay, so you need to start from the RFC and build message type, Idoc type, and everything you need to tell from the outbound. Inbound side, whenever you talk, the function model things also you need to tell. So this is it's not a, we do not have any extension. We need to have a message type. So this is the message type. This is the message type. Okay, so that's it. No need to maintain direction, whether it's an inbound or outbound. That also you need to maintain. It's an inbound function module, guys. So save it and okay. So see, come back and come back. Now I go to the 8, 10 and go to the WE42 and go to the GEMPC and go to here and change, sorry, first GMPC and double click and go to here and okay, and okay, and you need to maintain now employee one, guys, and save. Yeah, see, without maintaining W57, it is giving an error. So after we maintain it, that error is gone, guys. Save and come back. So that's it, guys. See, the function module is coming, appearing over here. This process code will process the data by using function model. If it is in a workflow, you need to assign the processing by task, guys. Save and come back. So these are automation techniques, guys. Very, very important. Okay, come back. So I assigned an inbound process code as well. Now I can maintain the inbound partner profiles. Without a partner, without a process code, I cannot maintain a partner profile. So now I go to the inbound partner profile, go to the LS and go to here and add your inbound partner profile. So add, because inbound partner profile, the message type is this. Yes, I have an emit message type and maintain the message type. Here you can see the process code GEMPC. So trigger by immediately. And this process code we have in a function model. That function model we need to write in a code first and then save it, come back and save the partner profiles. Now we are ready, guys. So both sides I did in a setup, but now the code part coming into the picture. From outbound side, we have a standard program to trigger an Idoc, but this is a custom program. Do you have any program to trigger an Idoc? No. We need to build an outbound program. Okay, we need to build an next. After all this, then maintain partner profile with inbound process code. We maintain, right? Inbound process code. Then 11th step is, so build outbound program to generate Idoc. Then build code in function module to read the data from Idoc and post the data into application. tables. Application or application tables, both are same, guys. Okay, so these steps which we need to which we have to do in a code, guys. So we did in a we are going to do in a code for this. So first I will build an outbound idoc, outbound idoc, guys. So go to here and prepare a SE38 program, and it's my outbound program, and it's an a G EDZ8 and employee idoc, outbound idoc, outbound idoc. So I'm going to generate an outbound idoc from this program, guys. So demo for outbound idoc for employee, and type of program is executable. We are doing in a BD10, right? Same kind of program we are going to build it. Save it and save it, and okay. So maybe how we can generate it. So maybe my inputs are parameters. Same thing, BD10 wise, BD10, whatever the program which is there in the BD10, same program I'm going to build it. So BD10, see here I will give the employee, right? So employee as in a selection. The next thing is I will give a message type and logical system. So this is my input details of this program, guys. Maybe I will take the same interfacing parameters, guys. So what is the it's not parameters, it's an select options, select and options, and s underscore employee, and a type of, sorry, for, okay, what is the field names, maybe I go to the table S11, and so this is my table, and take this table, I will declare in a tables option, guys, here. Okay, by default it creates a work area. I will use this table and field employee number as a reference. This way also we can do this, right? And second one is I want the message type. And what is the message type reference? So go to this program, you are going to see all the details, and go to, where is the selection things, constants, see, next one is the message type. This is the message type option. Okay, so this is the maybe same total code I can take it, guys. So parameters, and so I can take all this, control C, and so this is done, and control V. So I want message type, but here my message type, I can default my message type, right? So my message type, I can default it. So this is the message type, control C and control V. And maybe I don't want this modified, guys, because I'm not doing, and comma, and don't write this many times. So I don't want this also. I don't want this. Only logical systems I would like to have. So we follow our naming conventions. So which is an a p underscore message type, which is an a p underscore logical system. Okay, that's it. And ready printer, do the syntax check, no syntax error. If you want to get on a beautiful block selection screen, begin off, I don't know what happens, begin off block B1 with frame title text 5001 text. Okay, and end of block B1, end of block B1. That's it. And start off selection, and this is the program, guys. Pretty printer, and do the syntax check and activate and execute, and you can see you need to generate the text elements and selection text, and it's an a logical. So you can set target system. This is my target system, guys, right? And it's in a message type and employee employee number. Okay, save and activate. Same program we build, guys. See, and execute and activate. And employee number, message type, and target system. So you must enter this employee message type, otherwise it will give an error. So I make this field as an obligatory. That's a mandatory field, guys. Okay, back. Now we need to build the code, guys. The interesting part is here. So how can you generate an IDOC actually? So to generate an IDOC, generate outbound Idoc. What is the step? Maybe 13. To generate outbound Idoc, we use function module master underscore Idoc underscore distribute, guys. So this is important. Okay, this is the function model, standard function model, which is given master underscore Idoc underscore distribute. So call this function, then I will explain what first we'll go to the function model. We'll see, guys, what is this function model and what are the interfacing parameters which we have in this function model. So I go to this function model. First, you need to analyze the function model first. Okay, otherwise it will be a problem. Master underscore idoc underscore distribute. See, this is the application interface and display, and I always go to the importing. See, guys, so what you need to pass to this function module EDIDC, that means you need to pass the control record, then object type, that's not a problem, and the change number, serial number, that is not a problem. So you must pass a control record, one thing is, and the second thing is you must pass a EDIDC, that means control record, and also EDIDD. It's a data record, guys. You need to pass a data record. So this is my data record. So the data record contains, see, so go to the data record structure, and this is a structure, guys. Data record is in EDIDD. It's in a structure. The data will be stored in EDID4, but the structure of the data record is EDIDD. So this is a structure of the data record, guys. So in the structure of the record, you will be having a document number, that means IDOC number. So here you need to pass the segment number and the segment name. So the important is you need to pass in a what is the segment and what is the segment data. These two things are very important, guys. So in this data, EDIDD, pass the segment and the segment data. Okay, let's see the existing one IDOC, then you will come to know, guys. So go to the WE02 and date, okay, 01 yesterday, and execute. Say take any IDOC. See, the data record contains the segment. This is the segment name. See, even MARM is in a segment. The segment data is this case. This is my data. Okay, you need to fill the segment name and the segment data. So here also same, segment name, segment data, segment name, segment data. So you need to fill EDIDD with the segment name as well as the segment data. So that's the one thing which we need to do. And also the control record information. So what is the control record information? So what is sending system, what is receiving system, that you need to pass it. So EDIDC, EDIDC. So here, see, don't put in a document number and status. One is the what is the IDOC type, okay, and what is the direction, it is an inbound or outbound, and what is the port, what is the where you need to place the data, receiver port information you need to put, and receiver partner, who is the partner, huh? That these details you need to fill it out, guys. That's it. And also, what is the message type which you are sending? So you can see the message type somewhere. Message type, see, this is the message type, and this is the idoc type which you need to fill it, guys. So fill the message type and idoc type, and the information about the this document type same, and direction, and receiver port, what is the port, and receiver partner, what is the partner of the partner profile, receiver partner profile, guys. So this is the thing which you need to fill it. So that's it. So these details we are going to fill programmatically in the here, guys. Okay. So I'm going to call function model. So master underscore idoc underscore distribute, and okay. And see, first the the record is the idoc control record. So you need to define the declarations. So first one is gs underscore edidc, and which is a type of, so guys always, so this is defined with the edidc you must, guys, function model whenever you do it. So definitely gt underscore edidc, and which is an, because if you have multiple systems, if you want to send, so it should be an internal table. That's why they have given in a multiple idocs as multiple partners. Suppose one program which will send BW, MDG, and another system. So multiple partners I need to maintain. So that's why they are given in the table section. So I'm going to create and type table of EDI DC and GT underscore EDI DD, and it's a data record which is a type table of EDI DD, and I want a work area GS underscore EDI DD, and which is a type of EDI DD. That's it. And fill that details. Fill control record first. Fill control record. So gs underscore edi dc hyphen, and do the control space. I would like to need in a document type. A direction is which is equal to the one means it's an outbound, and gs underscore edi dc hyphen, and another one is document type, and document type is nothing but an idoc type. And what is the idoc type which we have built? So go to the idoc type. So this is my idoc type. So control C and control V. And next one is gs underscore edidc. Yeah, control C, control V, and message type, and ms message type which is equal to the, so this is the message type, control C. So guys, already I have message type in the input. I will take the input message type, don't hard code it, and gs underscore edi edi dc hyphen next document type, message type, and one more thing also we have seen, edi dc. So document type and direction. So document type, direction, document type, and receiver port, guys. So receiver rcv port, and which is equal to the a 0. I think port is not required, guys. Port is not required. Sorry. Uh, Partner is important. EDIDC. And what is the partner? Receiver partner type. Okay. Partner type is logical system. Partner type of receiver is logical system, and partner number. So these two things are important. So RCV, RCV, PR, partner, PRT, right? It's in a partner type, which is in a logical system, partner profile, and GS underscore EDIDC hyphen RCV and partner number PRN, and which is equal to the, so our P underscore, what is the logical system which we have? So something we are inputting that, so LOG P underscore LOG LOGY, yes, and append GS underscore EDIDC to GT underscore EDIDC. Suppose if you have one more system, one more logical system, you need to build it, guys. So that's the EDIDC. Next, fill the data record. So first I am going to guys get the based on the employee input employee numbers and fetch the data from the database table and select star because I want all the fields, star from GEDZ 9 employee and into table because multiple records we can expect, into table GT underscore employee, and where my employee number, which is in S underscore employee, because it's in a select options you must do this. And if size of RC equal to 0, if there is any data and if the record found, and build an EDI data structure, guys. So you need to build GS underscore EDI DD. So internal table, you need to use a loop, multiple records loop at internal table GT underscore employee and into data, GS underscore employee. And so I have used an inline declarations and loop. And guys, so always whenever you want to build in a segment data, so always you must define a work area with the segment, guys. GS underscore segment data, actually this is, I can say segment employee, and which is type of the segment, guys. So what is the segment which we have created? So don't use the table definition, you must define with the segmented definition, guys. So WE31 and Z, so this is my segment for the employee, so define this with the segment always. So this is my segment data, and second segment data GS underscore segment underscore company, and which is a type of the company segment. So the company segment is, so this is the company segment, define the company segment, and also I need to have an internal table GT underscore even internal table also I can use the inline declarations. All right, select star into table at the rate data GT. So everybody knows, right, this. So GT underscore employee, where this in this and use this at the rate, guys. So that's the declaration. And so now we have that data, we are sending that data into the work area, and now you need to map the data to the EDI DD, guys. GS underscore EDI DD and hyphen EDI DD, correct only. Okay. Okay. So EDI DD segment name. So first you need to fill the segment name. Segment name equal to the, what is the segment name for the employee? So just now we have taken that, right? So the segment name for the employee is this segment data. So you are telling to the system, fill this segment data. And what is the data which you need to fill it? GS underscore EDI DD and DD hyphen segment data. See, there is a data segment data, segment S data, guys. S data is nothing but segment data. The segment data is the work area, guys. GS underscore SEG and employee data. Okay, append the GS underscore segment data. Sorry, gs underscore edi dd to gt underscore edi dd. That's it. But this is an empty, guys. This is an empty. Where is the data? So my data is in the gs underscore employee, and do the move corresponding. That's it. Move corresponding data from gs underscore employee to the segment data, to the gs underscore segment data employee data. So that's it. So we are looping the internal table, saving the data in the work area, and here I am passing the segment name, and also the record, the value is in the work area. That work area data I am going to send it to the segment work area. The segment data I am going to pass this case. The segment data I am going to pass this and append that into the gt underscore edi dd. Okay, that's one thing. And one more thing is, even I need to append to the gt underscore edi dd. Save and do the syntax check. And if is missing, so if and if pretty printer, do the syntax check again, and I need to fill the things case. One is gs underscore edi dc, and here gt underscore edi dd. Internal tables means it's an internal gt underscore edi dd. It's an edi dc, edi dc. That's it. And pretty printer, and do the syntax check. No syntax errors found. But so you need to read the communication records as well, right? And how the company details you are going to get it. Then how the company details, if size of rc equal to 0, so select, I need to fetch the employee and also company details as well. Select star from gedz 9, and actually I do not have an assignment for the company, guys. It's an individual things. Maybe I will fetch all the records normally. So I do not have, I didn't maintain any relationship here. It's an individual table, guys. Company is an individual table. I maintain an individual table for the company. But the company in the SE11, so there is no relationship between the company ID. So this is a different data altogether. Okay, there is no relationship. So directly I can do in a star GEDZ9 and company and into table at the rate GT underscore at the rate data GT underscore COMP, and where is not there because I do not have any relationship. So directly I'm fetching the data, guys. So that you need to do in a loop again. So here this is one loop, and the second loop is loop at GT underscore company. Okay, and into inline declarations data gs underscore company, right? And loop. Okay, same code, guys. Simple. Control C. So here that only thing will be changed is here the segment, the company segment, which you need to pass it. So the company segment is okay. This is the company segment. So pass the company segment. So always you need to pass in a caps only, guys. So if you pass the small letters, it doesn't work it inside. And move gs underscore company to the company to the segment company and segment company, and EDI DD to the EDI DD. That's it. Save and pretty printer and do the syntax check and activate guys. So now, so I did a master underscore idoc underscore distribute, and if there is no errors, that means if it equal to 0. Okay, so if it is equal to 0, do the commit work, guys. You need to do a commit work. So if you want to create master and idocs and communication idocs, so you need to do a commit work. So once you do the commit work, the master idoc will be stored in the database level, guys. So that's it. And here I am going to do a debugging, and we'll see how exactly the outbound Idoc is going to work out, guys. Maybe put a debugger and execute, and the employee numbers from. So we'll do one by one. Otherwise, okay. One employee I will do first. Then later we'll see, guys. Employee display and execute, and we have an employee number of 120, guys, first. Okay. So I will go to the 120 is an employee number, and target system is GIFF, and 810 is my target system. Okay. So now we are going to do debugging. So now I am appending the data first to the EDIDC. So this is my EDIDC data. So document type LS and everything we build it. And guys, one here, this also I need to Idoc type also I need to fill it. That's the one thing missing. So Idoc TP is not missing, not filling up. So maybe I can do a debugging, restart and change in the control record. After this, I need to build Idoc type gs underscore edidc hyphen Idoc type. So this is missing, guys. So which is equal to the, so even the same control C and control V. Okay, the same thing which we need to build it. So again, do the debugging and employee number 120 and GFF and execute. And so we fill the required details in the EDIDC and select star the data. So you got a one record. So only one employee we have given 120 and Mahesh Kumar Gollapalli. Then, and guys, so I did small mistake. I will rectify that. Actually, I am fetching all employees and I'm creating a lot of segments, guys. But one employee, one this thing, one segment which I need to do it, guys. Not all the employees. Okay, don't create all the employees. Sorry. So one employee, only one employee, and I need to do any master underscore Idoc underscore distribute for the one Idoc. So this function module should be in the loop, guys. This function module should be in the loop. So we should not generate any multiple things. Okay. So whenever I do this inside the loop, I need to call a master underscore Idoc underscore distribute. Otherwise, it will be the problem. So that thing which we are going to see now, guys. Maybe anyway, single record we have, that's not any problem. And here the problem comes into the company details. See, so F8, and we'll go and see the WE02, guys. Go to the WE02 and execute and see what is this, guys. Did you see? So this is my employee details. You can see the employee number is 120 and Mahesh Kumar Golapalli, and where we are in 810. We are doing 810. Okay, but outbound side I need to check it first. First outbound side we will check it. WE02 800 side we need to check it and see. Go to here and data record. See first employee Mahesh Kumar Golapalli, and the company is Tata Consultancy Services, Gachibowli, Hyderabad. So this is the status is 03 and direction is one outbound. But when I go to the target system, so the target system, the Idoc is received, but this is not posted to the application. Why? So incorrect function module called up. So there is a problem. Okay, so we are calling a material master, guys. So that's the problem. So the code which we need to write in the inbound side. So inbound side will read the data from this segment now. So we have an Idoc. So we'll read this Idoc data, the segment data from the Idoc, and we will update the database tables. Two tables we are going to update in the inbound function module side. So that logic, inbound function module side logic will done after the lunch, guys. After the lunch, we are going to design the inbound function model, and we'll read the data from the Idoc from the inbound side, and we are going to post that data into the database tables. We are going to do a DML operations. after the lunch. Then we are going to take it up. Now you understand entire flow, the scratch. Then I go to the enhancement, Idoc enhancement. Then that is very easy that time. Why? Because you know what to required. So whenever you do the enhancement, so the same flows we are going to maintain it, guys. That's why I have taken to the custom Idoc, not the enhancement. So now you know the total custom steps. Then I can go to the enhancement Idoc. Then we are going to complete it. So today we are going to complete inbound function model logic as well as the enhancing the custom fields to the standard Idoc type. So the two things we are going to complete, and tomorrow and day after tomorrow we see the Idoc filters and also message control concept, guys. Today we'll complete total custom logic as well as the Idoc enhancements and go for lunch, and we'll meet at 3 o'clock, okay, for the next class. Thank you all. Bye bye. See you at 3 o'clock.